Yo, it's your boy Luke Davey. Let's talk. I just want to talk real quick about a post. I seen somebody post about Kendrick Lamar, and I just want to say it's possible to be a smart dummy or a stupid genius or a talented manipulator and have serious mental health issues. And I think Kendrick Lamar has all of these issues. When I was growing up, I was taught that no matter how smart you are, if you don't have common sense or if you don't know how to properly apply the intelligence that you have, that diminishes your intelligence. You know? And one thing I'll never forget about Kendrick Lamar is when he decided to do this Mr. Morale album, he decided he's going to spend $3 million on an iced out crown of thorns. Everybody knows that crown of thorns for thousands of years is symbolic to Jesus Christ and the crucifixion and him being the proclaimed savior of the world in the Christian religion. So I do believe that Kendrick is not oblivious to Christianity and to all these things and what the crown of thorns represents, and he decided he's going to get that and start dressing modestly and looking like some sort of a prophet or leader or something. He's walking around with this crown of thorns on his head. In the Mr. Morale album, he talks about if God's the source, then I'm the plug, and I'm a messenger, and I'm speaking, these message and whatever. But in the same song, he's talking about, well, I'm not a role model, I'm nobody's savior. It's very confusing, very contradictory, very hypocritical. Then he proceeds to go on the award show with the same crown of thorns on his head and have blood all over his shirt, talking about cursing and carrying on and talking about sucking my dick, and it was such a display. It was so bizarre. It was so weird. It was so crazy and out of pocket. A total mockery of Christianity, a total mockery of Christ and what that crown of thorn really symbolizes. And I think he's smart enough to know what he was doing, unless he's crazy. And I'll never forget it. And it's like, what are you doing, bro? What does that really mean? I don't get it. But I think that's where, earlier references in his album, when he talks about talking to Lucy, which is short for Lucifer, and he talks about duality, that Kendrick Lamar, although he claims he never sold his soul, if you know that in order to get to certain levels in the entertainment industry, you have to give up something. You got to take an oath. You got to do something. You got to denounce something. You got to give up something. There's a price to pay to get to those levels. 99% of the time. Every once in a while, somebody will have incredible talent, and it'll be so undeniable that they're just allowed to do their music. But I don't think that was Kendrick's case. He had a lot of help getting where he was at. And I believe that was the deal he made with Lucy. You gotta mock this Christian savior. And I think that, that Mr. Morale album was his time to pay his dues. Because I have no other explanation for what happened with that whole situation where he decided to walk around wearing a crown of thorns. And I feel like he's a manipulator. Like his followers don't see what he's doing. I see this one clip where he had a scene where he had himself like above a sea of people, looking like some sort of leader, some sort of world savior or something. But he acts like he's anything but, and he acts real modest and all these type of things. But really, you're not modest. You brag all the time. He prays a lot in his songs. He's been a bully type of artist since he started in the game. Then he turns around and acts like a victim. Oh, nobody congratulated me and the industry's against me. You're part of the same industry. You cannot get to perform at the Super Bowl unless you have done certain things. It's a rite of passage. It's one of the biggest performance stages in American entertainment. But I mean, if you can see what's going on, you can see. I'm just calling like I see it. Peace.